Yeah, we made it. A couple minutes late, 6 minutes late. We apologize. There are technical issues that happen every so often, especially in a live show like this. A live show. Shoot it from my house, my real house. This is live streaming to you. I know you hear that. You hear that things are live, but this is not, you know, hardwired. This is just stuff going up into the clouds. That's the cool part, right?
Mm-hmm. Can we go to the Facebooks?
Of course. What do we have to talk about?
I want to go to the Facebook just to make sure everybody knows that we're even here.
Oh, we're here. Oh, please tell people we're here.
They know.
We're here, everybody.
And you know what is super cute? People have been having, while they're waiting, they've been having conversations with each other about what they're making for dinner and stuff.
It's so polite.
It's so
you know
cute.
what? I said it before. That's the one part of this. I mean, a few things have surprised me about the live cast, but one of them is the Facebook, Twitter community that watches, listens, and communicates with us and one another during the show. That to me is really fabulous.
So thank you, Meredith. She says victory with a /O/ I'm not really sure what that stands for.
What does that mean?
Some type of face.
Oh, is it like
those are her hands are waving in the air.
It is?
Someone taught me that. I didn't know that, and someone taught it to me.
I did not know that.
Hey, I'll address something right off the top. By the way, I'm in a perfectly good mood.
Mm.
Oh, are you
Yay.
really?
So for
Even
those
though
who don't know, you're in a
I was in a bit of a bummer mood the other night because as I said at the beginning of the show, I get emails from people that don't like me. They don't like the way I look, the way I dress, the food I make, the way I talk, whatever it is, they don't like me. And I never care at all about any of them. I laugh them off. The very first few months of my career, some of that stuff bothered me. Bothered me a lot. And I used to write back people. Well, what do you mean that you don't appreciate this and that? And the show's not for you. I would write back paragraphs. I mean, it was kind of stupid to do that. Anyway, that goes away. But I got an email from a guy the other day. His name was Len. And he was so sincere in how he wrote it, and he was so polite. He took exception to the amount of swearing that he had heard coming out of my mouth on the show. And if you watch Sam the Cooking Guy TV show, of course I can't swear, but you see my mouth covered with the logo, and you hear a beep. And most shows don't even do that. So Channel 4 is cool enough to at least let me go that far. So Len said this, and because of the way he wrote the letter, it really hurt me.
But you were already having a bad day. We just have to.
I was having a bad day, and then that thing just kind of pushed it a little bit further. Okay?
I don't really get it though.
Why it bothered me?
Well, yeah. I mean, just because somebody is sincere about something, that person might not particularly like swearing.
It was because it was sort of a rational delivery of his argument.
No, but that's.
And he said this. He goes, "Look,
he just doesn't like swearing."
No. He says, "Look, it wasn't just
make him a better person.
that. No, it was this." He said, "I've been a fan of the show for a long time. I would like to see the guy that we know that got you there as opposed to what we're seeing now." And the reality is maybe part of the swearing thing is really me. And I said the other night, Kelly and I talk all the time. She says I swear too much.
Well, that's what I was just...
So I do a class at Fixtures Living on Friday night. Hell of a class, by the way. Hell of a class.
Nice.
What
was the theme?
The food was good. It's called I'm a Cowboy.
Oh,
nice. And I did this Chipotle baked beans, and I did the chili rub tri-tips, and it was all good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the grilled corn salad. If you're not grilling corn, we haven't done that here, have we?
Yeah, we have. Are you kidding me?
If you're not putting whole ears of corn fully with all the husks taken off,
I think we had
grilling
corn
them
week.
till they get black, you're missing out on the boat. Summer's coming. We'll talk about that stuff again. But great class. Maria, who is I don't even know what's Maria's title, Kelly. She's all things wonderful at Fixtures Living.
PR.
She does PR. She's director of public relations and media. Maybe something important though.
She's awesome.
She's
a director of marketing.
Director of marketing.
Yeah, that's what it says on my email.
So I saw her. I thought I left my pepper grinder there. By the way, Maria, if you're watching, there it is. I found it in my garage. I apologize. I couldn't get by without my pepper grinder so much that I went down there yesterday to get it. and it wasn't there. Anyway, we're talking. She goes, hey, here's something funny. One of the couples that came to the class was in here. They just bought a whole bunch of stuff and fixtures. Was in here, I guess, Monday. And I said, how was the class? And they said, wow, we had such a great time at Sam's class. So great. But really, he swears too much.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
You know.
See?
I don't think so.
I do.
If it's not for you, then it's not for you.
Yes.
The person. This is my point, Dad. The person who wrote the email attacking you for allegedly being somebody that you're not.
Yes.
That's a false pretense in the first place. So they were wrong. You can't. They think that you were the swearing was not you, but the truth is that it is you.
Do you remember Greg Rempe? Greg from the barbecue radio show.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
We'll have him on in I think next month is barbecue month, or maybe it's May. Anyway, I was on his radio show via Skype. Greg sends me an email. He goes, watching the show from last night. This is I guess Tuesday. During lunch, I thought I'd pitch in my 2 cents. When you were on my show a few weeks back, I took some heat from some folks who said you were a great guest, but over the top in the language.
Interesting.
And I'm not upset. In fact, I feel renewed and invigorated over this whole thing. Zach was here today, and he's trying to get me. He was trying to be being annoying on purpose, intentionally. He's 17. That's what they do. He's trying to get me to say the F word, and I wouldn't say it. So I'm just saying, it's not that I won't say the word, but I think I can tone it down a little bit.
So that's what you've decided.
Majorly
That's
depressed.
That's what I've decided. But I'm not depressed at all. At all. Here's something I did today. I'm in the bank. All right. So let me ask you a question. You're out in the workday world, and you see a guy in the office who's got like toilet paper on the bottom of his shoe, or his collar on his suit shirt is inside out like this. Do you tell him?
It depends.
Why does it depend?
Well, if there's a comfortable moment,
Yeah.
then I would. I'm the guy that would.
Kelly, you tell people?
Absolutely.
I think I shared this once. I was interviewing a guy at the biotech company when I was there. There was like 5 or 6 of us all doing the interview process, one at a time, and I was the first guy in. Well, I was the lowest man on the totem pole. I was the first guy in, and I sit down across from him, and his collar of his sports jacket is all twisted back like this.
Ooh. And this is the guy who's interviewing you.
He's looking for a job.
Oh, he's looking for a job.
He's looking for a job,
Got it.
right? And I say to him about 2 seconds after I sit down, I do the thing in my head. Do I tell him and embarrass him, or let him go through like this looking foolish? And then he goes home and he looks in the mirror and he goes, I was like that all day. So I said, I'm going to do you a favor. Your collar's twisted, and you're going to meet the president in about an hour and a half. You should be looking perfect.
See? That's nice.
He thought it was good. So you can take my computer.
Oh, your desktop presenter needs to be turned back on. Sorry.
Oh God. Okay, then don't do anything yet.
Yeah, let me go out there and get it for you.
I got it.
Are you
He knows
sure?
what he's doing.
Yeah, I know how to do it.
You can hear the birds chirping
that
outside.
was
Man.
a nice sounding bird, though.
Okay, hold on.
It's okay.
Okay, take my computer.
No, it's.
What?
I need a second.
Well, I already did my part.
Okay, well, you just
Wait,
did
we
it,
were
so
6
now I need a
minutes
second
late.
to get it.
We were 6 minutes late tonight.
Yeah, but
Mike.
now that you're going to get to go as long
But
as
I've
you
got
want.
batteries.
Can you just?
I'm standing and saying. So do you need a second or do you
Yeah,
need 2
you need a
minutes?
second.
Sorry, I need like a minute.
So now it's a minute. Is it a minute
Oh
or is
my
it a
God,
second?
I hate you. I hate you.
Well, it's important to be.
What
Am
do
I
you
going to
want
just
me?
stretch for a second, or do
Okay.
you want me to make up a whole new story?
No, I need you to make up. Okay.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, I'm just
Wow,
trying
what's
to.
with the language,
Yeah,
dude?
Oh my God.
Please, you don't
Yeah,
have
we
to
don't
swear.
use that kind of language in this house.
Not anymore.
Hey, can we show something I sent Lynn while we're waiting?
Yeah. Is the funny one?
Yeah.
no.
So Allison Lynch sent a picture of 2 little dolls, and we found the website. The dolls are called Pee and Poo. Go to the products.
What are they advertising?
Yeah, what is this?
Go to the
they're-
products.
They're cute.
Oh, they are
Okay,
cute.
they're meant to be pee
Potty training?
and poo. Click on the box. They're there. There's
Are
the
you
set.
kidding me?
Is it potty training?
It's from Denmark. It's to help. That's a little lump of poo
Ew.
and a drop of pee. And they make like cushions you can lay on and pillows and she writes, felt I had to share this with the livecast audience. I have no idea how this is a good idea. I suppose somewhere. Excuse me while my technician comes in and fixes my stuff. Remember at the beginning of the show I said it's not easy to get all this stuff live and out there and everything? What happened? My thing was fine.
No, it's the other one. I'm using the wrong one.
Well, whoever disconnected it, if they had only reconnected it after, we'd be fine. Back to my story. So I'm standing in the bank today.
I think they still need it.
Oh, you still need a minute? Now Max isn't even talking to me.
Okay, do you understand that I have the whole... I mean, I can't do anything while I'm trying to fix this for you. I can't do any of my shots while you're yelling at me to do this. So I can either... I run the show and I can't
Steve's
do
having
maintenance.
a good time, man.
No, it's
don't
just
know
I
what
can
you want me
see
to
on
do.
Sam's face.
Can you do me a
He
favor?
loves this.
When Steve's laughing at something you've done, can you show him laughing?
Why? I wanted to see you guys.
Seriously,
He just
Dad.
wants to be part of the fight. Let him be part of the fight. Here we go. Oh, my whole computer's
Can we
gone
get
now.
back to the pee and poo?
No, because now Max is fixing something, and now Lynn's got my computer. I can send those pictures. You want me to just send them? No, but I had
Take
them
care
all.
of it. Take care of it.
Yeah, thanks. I'm nothing without my papers in front of me. I have no idea what to talk about now.
Pee and poo.
I'll talk about fixtures. Next month is Patio Nation month at Fixtures Living. I've already talked about Maria. You'll meet Maria if you go there. Fridays and Saturdays in the entire month of April, they'll be featuring cool, badass pieces of outdoor equipment. Each Friday and Saturday, they'll be cooking on. They'll be demoing that you can try. So you can try the Evo. You can try the Big Green Egg. Then I have to get out. I have a Big Green Egg, and I've only used it a handful of times. Every time, though, has been ridiculously successful. The walls are like this thick. It's ceramic. This
What's
thick.
the point of it? I've never understood.
The point is that the way that the whole thing traps the heat in,
Yeah.
a barbecue cooks with walls that are this thick.
Yeah,
it's just
very-
metal.
Right.
The way that this thing keeps the heat in allows you to almost adjust the temperature like a thermostat in an oven.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, dude.
So that affects the meat.
So that means you put a chicken in there and you want to keep it at 375.
Yeah.
By opening a little bevel at the top,
Oh, that's
you
cool.
can let a little bit more in and the temperature goes up. You close it slightly and it goes down. But it cooks for a long time
Okay.
with charcoal. It's only charcoal.
Oh, only
It's
charcoal.
all about charcoal.
Okay.
But it cooks just like a real oven. Anyway, you go to Fixtures Living. A couple times in the month, the Big Green Egg will be there Fridays and Saturdays. And the Evo, that big flat thing I've been talking about that I think we looked at one time. It's a great place. Patio Nation's only in San Diego. They also have stores in Costa Mesa and Rancho Mirage. There's Patio Nation. Yeah, that's
Booyah.
awesome. Yeah, that's cool. All right. So,
Your computer's good if you want
thank
to
you.
go.
Thank you, dude. So, not yet. So I'm standing in the bank today. I'm waiting. And I look over at an elderly man who just looked to me like he said with his clothes, I give up. I just don't give a shit anymore. It basically was that much. And I tried to get shots of him, and it didn't work. So then I turned my attention to being in line. I'm standing behind a woman. You can take the shot of my computer. I'm standing in line, and you probably won't see anything wrong here unless you really focus. But
I
here's...
don't.
You don't see anything?
Oh,
Do you
boy.
see
Yes.
this?
A bra strap hanging
Oh,
out.
it's not a bra strap.
It's not a bra strap. What's it called? It's the
That's
hanging
the
strap.
Thing, right.
Hanging
Well,
strap.
that
But
is
it-
actually embarrassing.
But it doesn't matter what it is. It's
Sam,
that it's not a bra strap.
You're so mean.
What matters is that it's hanging out. No. Am I mean?
So did you tell her?
So she finishes her transaction, and she turns around, and I'm having this whole thing in my head. While she's standing there, I'm thinking, well, first I got to try and take a picture. So I'm hoping that her transaction doesn't end before the picture taking finishes.
You are such a creeper, man.
And then in
Yeah.
my head, I'm like this. Do I tell her? Do I not tell her? What would Kelly say? If that was me and I got home, or I went back to work This was at 11 o'clock in the morning. I go back to work 4:30 in the afternoon. I go into the bathroom. I notice that. I'd be pissed. Knowing that I'd been to the bank, I'd been in meetings, whatever. Nobody had taken the time to tell me this.
Yeah.
So back and forth in my head, like the little devil and little angel. Do I? Yes, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. She turns around and I go,
Oh, God, Sam.
excuse me. And then I put my hands up, and I'm not saying it with my hands, but as if to say, I'm not a freak. I go, excuse me. I think you just want to know there's a strap hanging down from your arm. And she looks and she
my
goes,
God.
oh, I'm sorry. And I go, no, you don't have to be sorry. It's okay. I'm sure my wife would be happy that I told you. I was just trying to validate that I wasn't like a
Did
creep.
you-
I
Yeah,
throw
no,
the wife part out.
it's
Did you give her
creeper.
that face too? Because your face almost looked like don't kill me, don't
No,
kill me, please.
well, I didn't. I wanted to tell her in the worst way, but I felt like maybe I shouldn't. I thought if I did it nice with the hands and the face, I'd be okay.
It's like the same dilemma when you notice your fly's been down the whole day. You're like, why didn't anybody tell me? Steve's never had that problem apparently. That's happened
I get
to
it
me
all the time.
Here's the problem: a guy calling out another guy on his fly. Dude, what are you looking down there for?
Yeah.
That's
right.
it. You always
That's
get that.
a touchy thing.
You always get that.
But what
So-
did she say?
Well, she said
said she
she
was
apologized.
sorry.
She goes, "I'm sorry.
Oh, that's it. That was the
I'm
end.
sorry and thank you." And I got to thank you.
Oh,
And then
she
she
did
and then
thank
she
you. Okay.
split.
Okay. Was
And
she-
then I
she looked embarrassed?
walk up and it's a you can't see it's a male teller, and I say, "Did you hear what I said to him to the woman?" He goes, "Yeah," and I go,
Why not?
"What do you think she thought?" He goes, "I gave up trying to figure out what women thought years ago." Anyway,
Great.
Hey, we gonna call the
Arthur,
man.
we have Art Pavino. Who? Yeah, we're ex. What time is it?
Well, it's 6:23.
Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, that's good. We can get Art.
I'm just trying to figure out if he's gonna
Art's from home tonight.
pick up. Yeah, because it's so.
Yeah, interesting.
It might. Oh no, it's not gonna take a lot longer.
He got fired.
Can we see
No,
what
he didn't get
did?
fired.
Let's see if we can see him first. He's.
Can we
All
get
right.
a tour of the pad?
Yeah, we need to make sure we can see him first, right? He's just
No, I asked for that.
He said no.
No, and I'll tell you why after.
All right.
All right.
Art
Here he is.
Pavino.
I think he cleaned up.
Wow, looking good.
Look at
Oh,
Art.
God.
Sharp.
You're the man. You can show it, but we won't have to say. Art Pavino from the Daily
I
Meal.
want to know, on the site, it says a cooking show unlike any other, live, uncut, uncensored. Are you going to change all your SEO stuff now? I mean, what's going to go on? Are you going to change your meta descriptions?
Well, it's still
Nope.
uncensored. Just
It's still uncensored.
yeah.
I just am going to try not to say that
It's
one word.
Uncensored.
It's that one.
Self-censored.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
He's right.
But it doesn't. You have to point out that. All right, Arthur Pavino from the Daily Meal. You are. Is it true?
Uh-oh.
Did I read in the New York Times that you're the world's best food blogger? Did I read that? Or did
Was that
or
in the
did I
dining
just
section today?
or did I just make that up?
I think you must have made that up. Although last night, Angela and I were called the president and first lady of pizza
Wow.
by somebody.
because
on the
you made
street
it?
of New York. I thought that was good. No, just because we showed up at Via Tribunale, a Seattle pizzeria import that just opened in the Lower East Side.
Wow. So we have a little bit of a lag
like that.
thing. We have a little bit of a lag thing going on that we'll have to deal with. So I think when you're finished speaking, you just scratch your head, and then I'll know
How about
when
I
I
just
can
do
talk.
that?
Does that work?
When I finish speaking, do that.
What are we talking about tonight? World's best food blogger.
Last week, we said we were going to talk a little bit about Bobby Flay down in South Beach.
Yeah.
So I went to the French Culinary Institute for a year. I took courses there, and I graduated. And every day, walking in and out of the kitchen in the hallway, there was a photo of Bobby Flay on the wall, his graduation picture, because he went to school there. And I walked past the picture so many times. Sometimes I was in the weeds. Sometimes it was just a regular day, but I always saw the picture. And the funny thing about this picture is that everybody in the class graduation photo is looking straight on, except for one person, Bobby Flay. And I was always wondering, like, what the hell was he? He's looking to the side and he's just cracking up. So I always wondered, like, what was so funny at that moment that in his graduation photo, Bobby Flay is cracking up and not paying attention to the camera. So I met him down in South Beach. He was kind enough to take a couple of minutes to talk to me. And I asked him, I was like, Bobby, what were you laughing about? What was so funny that your graduation photo, you screwed up? And he was basically like, listen, dude, I was just a screw up. I was just a screw up in class. And, I just don't even remember what was so funny. It was just really funny at the time, and I wasn't paying attention to the person taking my photo. I just thought, I don't know, it was just funny after all these years to not even, to know that he knew that photo had been taken and that's what he was doing, and he didn't even know what he was laughing at, but it was funny enough that he wasn't paying attention to the camera.
Let me say, yeah, I like Bobby Flay a lot more now than I did 2 or 3 years ago. I thought he was... Bobby? He was really full of himself then. I didn't like him at all.
And now?
And now I think he's much more personable on television. He actually looks like he gives a shit now. There were times when I had watched him before and I felt like he was feeling, I'm sorry I'm here. I don't want to be doing this. How fast can I get out of this shot? And that's not a good demeanor to be displaying on television.
I think he's just very serious and competitive. I mean, I don't know, but
that doesn't mean that you have to look disinterested and bored. But more important than that, let me know, what is your opening line? How do you introduce yourself when you walk up to Bobby Flay at the South Beach Wine and Food thing? Bobby, Art Pavino, Daily Meal. Tell me how that goes down.
You try and track him down. You try and get to him through his PR people.
Yeah.
And then finally, you just go up to him and you say, Chef, I know you're busy. If you could take 2 minutes, I'm set up over here. I would love to do an interview with you. And then Bobby kind of says, listen, dude, I don't really want to do media tonight. And you go, got it. And you walk away, and then all of a sudden, Bobby Flay does the right thing. He comes up behind you, taps you on the shoulder. He says, listen, dude, I'm sorry. I know you've got a job to do. I know this is your job. I'm totally game to do the interview. Let's go do it. He went from being like somebody who, a lot of these guys, a lot of these people, they're pretty big for their britches. And, at the same time, some of these people have a lot of stuff going. I mean, they obviously have a lot of stuff going on.
Of course.
He didn't have to take a moment to do this. And, it was an event where he was running about 7 different stations, and it was his keynote event. And, he took a couple of minutes to do an interview with me. And, I thought that was really great of him. And I've got nothing bad to say about Bobby Flay.
Is that how it went down? He came back up and said, "I'll do it." That was it.
Yeah, he came over and he patted me on the shoulder. He's like, "Dude, I'm sorry. I totally know you've got a job to do. I apologize. Let's go and do the interview. I totally want to do the interview."
Respect.
That's cool. Okay, so of the people that are big for their britches, who seem biggest for their britches to you in some ways? And I know it's tough for you, so you're in a position. Can you say, or should we not ask that question?
It's funny. I'll give you a good one here. I had an interview lately with somebody, a very prominent New York food critic, who actually approached, I had approached for a quote on a story. And she said to me in a subsequent message, why don't you interview me about sex and food? And I said, well, okay, sure, I'll interview you about sex and food. So I sent a whole bunch of questions and never heard a response. So I followed up a couple of days later. I said, maybe you didn't get my email. I'm resending it. I know I had issues with my email a couple of days ago. Here's my email. Here are all the questions. No response. And, it's just funny to me because it's like we're talking about big for your britches. It's also like put your money where your mouth is. If you want to be interviewed, you don't like my questions, answer them in a way that's really clever then and put me off. But, for you to ask me to interview you and then for you to blow me off, dude, come on. You can't put yourself out there in a certain way and then pull yourself back and all of a sudden, I'm not going to answer these questions. These aren't questions I want to answer. So,
no, I hear you. That's creepy. I can't see any sense in that at all. especially if you're proposing an interview. And how often does that happen? How often does somebody say, because maybe I want to start using this technique, call up a writer and say, hey, interview me about sex and food or whatever it is. Mussels and bacon, which we're using tonight, but whatever.
Mussels and bacon. I love it.
Good. And Newcastle. We're cooking with Newcastle, which is really one of my favorite beers to throw into a pot of food. It's delish. Yes. Delicious.
I've got one-
I did.
I'm not going to monopolize any more of your time, but I want to leave you with one question.
Yes.
Something I've been working on for a little while, and we're going to publish the story probably next week. I'm fascinated with the origin of red pepper flakes and their use with pizza. Now, this is something you see at pizzerias across the country. This is New York. This is San Diego. This is anywhere. You see pizza. You see the red pepper flake shaker. Where the hell did this start? Can I say hell on the show?
Yes. Who asks these questions?
No, that's
No, it's genius.
I've never even.
like a very deep philosophical question.
Well, but we all know
curious.
what
I mean,
we all know. My little take is this, and I didn't go to the French Culinary Institute for a year and look at Bobby Flay's picture, and I'm not a big time food blogger in Manhattan, arguably the most important city in the world. I'm just a little pea in the pod over here and nothing left coast, right coast. But we all know how some people like to add a little heat to their food, right? Given a product like pizza that can have so many versions, pepper wouldn't quite do it. It would add that peppery thing, but it wouldn't add the spice. Squeezing some kind of liquidy thing or hot sauce on, I think that would change the flavor. I think you just missed your glass. Did you just spill? Did you totally spill on the table?
On your computer?
Hopefully not on your computer, right?
No, on my sign.
On your sign. I think it's an excellent, a generic way to add a little heat without ultimately changing the flavor of the different types of pizzas that people make. And do you call them pies? Where do they call them pies?
I'm not arguing with you. I agree. I like red pepper flakes on my pizza. But ask an Italian if it's the right thing to do to put red pepper flakes on their pizza, and they will tell you that it is a corruption of their culture.
Ooh. Interesting.
Wow.
Can
Can you hear that? Speaking of corruption, somebody's house is being
Breaking
broken into in the next block, and I'm not going to do anything right now.
Live.
Well, I can't. I'm working. I'd love to go help them, but anyway. All right, Mr. Pavino, wonderful having you here. Everyone should go to thedailymeal.com, read Arthur's work. Next week, we'll find out the answer to why the hell those red pepper flakes are on Italian restaurant tables.
Hey, I got a question for Art. Hey, when are you going to do a story about our show?
When am I going to what?
Do a story about our show.
That is.
He heard you.
There's his answer. All right. Art Pavino, there he is.
Later.
Get him off the screen quick.
Later. Art.
Oh, we got to do something about that connection and that
That's for him from home.
alarm.
No,
Here's that alarm's not stopping.
Here's
I
my
gotta
favorite. Here's my favorite part of that whole exchange.
Yeah.
Art Pavino tells you about this awesome piece that he's working on that'll be ready in about a week, and you go, "Oh, I know the answer to that. It's this." Talk about shitting on someone's point.
No, I don't. No, but he did.
Oh
say,
yeah, you know that whole essay you're writing? I can explain it in
he
about
did.
15
No,
seconds.
that was only my opinion. He did phrase it in the form of a question, though. No.
I guess.
Why are those?
I know,
things
but
there?
that's like the big thesis of his paper.
So I should not have even answered.
No, just you had like a 15-second answer for something that he's writing a paper.
I thought it was
on.
actually an intelligent answer. Max's point was I kind of stole his thunder. Watch, we'll see him write those words in next week.
This is my conjecture that
In conclusion, this is why
Hey,
people like heat.
Take my.
That's what you said. That's what you said. You said, I know why it's there. People like a little heat with their stuff sometimes.
Oh gosh, come on. Hey, take my computer for 1 second. This was at the store when I was getting the mussels, and I know that people that have beards should have those little face mask things on. It's creepy, man. I don't like it.
I've never seen that.
Put the guy in produce. I don't think it's. I think it looks.
Creepy.
It was. I looked at him. I went. Can I have a couple pounds of mussels?
You got something on your face.
What? It's like cheesecloth.
Hey, so when we were walking around Hong Kong,
Yeah.
people had those everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you have a problem with that?
Different purpose.
Because and I've asked that question before. Do people in the Asian countries wear them because they're sick and they don't want to spread germs, or because they don't want to get something?
I think it's
No,
both.
I think.
Defer to the expert.
Okay, by the way, I was going to ask you, but I didn't want to get shit on.
No. I'm not the expert because I was born here in Bakersfield, California, so I don't really know for sure. But I did read an article on it.
But that's like the one question you could safely ask him without being.
I know, right?
No, there's no way to ask the questions and not have somebody go, oh,
I know.
you have to pull the Asian card.
I know in Korea for sure that it's just a courtesy thing. If you're sick, and like they have a lot of public these things. There's like a lot of public internet cafes. Like,
Right.
There's a lot of people there, so they figured that they're doing everybody a favor. If I'm sick, like I'm sick kind of right now, I should be wearing a face mask so I don't get everybody else sick.
Why aren't you?
Because that would be so.
Creepy. Like the fish guy
Thanks, bro.
today.
Thanks.
That was creepy.
I cough into my elbow.
You know,
though.
in the hotel, the last hotel I stayed at in China, they had it in the hotel rooms, in the closet.
Really?
Just to
A
take
box.
in.
A
Standard
box of
thing.
them.
Oh,
I think
wow.
as an option to take. But that city was Beijing was so dirty. The smog. I mean, the smog was so thick.
Yeah. How thick was it?
It was so thick. I don't have a joke.
Yeah.
But you would come back and your nose is black, and so I don't want to gross people out. But
Whoa,
it was really,
no
really
way.
nasty. So
Wait, you would have,
that's
like,
another
dust on you?
reason why I see people wearing them.
Wait,
because
yeah.
literally it'd be a bright, sunny, cloudless day, and it would still look like there's clouds.
Wait,
You
but
can't
Steve,
see the tops of
So
buildings.
you really would come back with like dust on your face?
No, inside.
Oh,
But yes, you would.
inside.
You could feel it.
It's
on your
pretty
face.
grody in China.
It's really nasty.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Lane, you said it's pretty gritty.
I say grody.
Grody.
That's like my
Grody.
worst word for gross and.
A little
Yeah.
grody.
But anyway. no.
Okay, so here's the deal. I need to cook, but I've sort of got like a little pre thing I should probably start. I want to start the bacon.
I can't believe that alarm is still
So I know,
going
and it just
off.
stopped, and now it started up again.
Yeah, what the hell?
So let's go. We'll start the cooking
Yep.
thing. Yeah.
Run the thing.
Camera one, Dad. Talk to camera one.
Yeah.
so
No.
Steve
I was
can-
I was telling
okay.
Steve.
Yeah.
We'll start the cooking
I
thing.
think I'm good. I'm just gonna.
Oh,
I know,
okay,
but the
cool.
last time we did this, you wanted more notice. I was trying to
No,
put you on
yeah.
notice.
But I kind of enjoyed shooting it this way last time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I don't know what that means.
Steve, can I get your phone out of your pocket, man?
Oh, is that
Oh,
what's making
God.
noise?
Yeah.
Steve's phone. Okay.
Sorry, people.
How does this? How am I?
I thought I'd just
But
say
it's
it on there.
always in my phone.
In your
In my
pocket?
pocket.
Yeah.
What?
God.
Ready?
The-
Yes. Ready. So I've just turned on the heat. Just turned on the heat under my big iron pot.
Sorry, it's shaky right now.
It's okay.
God.
I forgot I have to take my headphones off.
You're good.
The last time I made this, I used linguiça, which is like a Portuguese sausage. But I had this bacon, and I really like the idea of doing it with bacon. So I'm gonna cut up some bacon and
You're
just
not
start
using
that.
ready-made bacon, huh?
No, and you know what? If I was gonna make an omelet right now, and I want to be quick about it, or a BLT, for sure I'd have ready bacon. But I want, partly what I want from the bacon, apart from the flavor, is I want the grease to help influence the rest of the dish. So I'm going with what is incorrectly referred to as real bacon.
It looks amazing, at least.
It does look good, doesn't it?
It's like a big block
What did
of
they
meat.
say real bacon?
I call it that,
Oh,
and I shouldn't. It's just what I call it. Do you hear Lynn? Lynn's coughing over there. He's dying.
Maybe there's a fire. Is there a fire out there?
Yeah, shit. What is going on?
What the hell is going on over there?
Well, something's wrong. Parents are probably out of town. Kids have done something sketchy.
Talking from experience?
Yes. So this is going to take, that's probably a good 5 minutes or so to get this bacon going. And I'm using this big iron, I don't know what to call it, a Dutch oven, right? These things I think are called Dutch ovens. These things.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Oh.
Everybody knows what the other Dutch oven is?
I was just about to ask you.
I wasn't going to. Yes, it bears no relationship to the other Dutch oven.
A little bit.
Well,
The concept.
it holds the heat in
Yes.
really well.
Yes, and the smell.
And if you're at home and you don't know the other kind of Dutch oven, ask a teenager.
Ask your little brother.
I don't want to say it. I don't like to say that word. And that was before this new swearing thing of mine. Okay.
Whatever happened to bringing fuckface back?
Oh, yeah. You know what's going to happen? This is going to get old, and then I'll start swearing again. But I think, in a good way, I will have calmed down a little bit. And I think I could use just a little calming down. I want to throw some bacon into this. Sorry, I want to throw some onion into this. So we'll just chop this guy up a little bit.
Hey, Diane White has a good point. Where's Kelly? And then Becky said to check on the neighbor's alarm. Did she do that?
No, that was like a block away. What time is it? Oh, I think Mom went to Boulder night at the hotel. I think.
Yeah, she kind of disappeared.
So just cut up some of this onion, and in a couple seconds we'll throw this in with it. Yes, sirree, Bob.
Oh, hey, little guy.
There is nothing like cooking bacon. I mean, am I right?
Hell yeah.
And I usually say it's kind of a pain in the ass, and it is. But here with the high sides of this Dutch oven, it's actually not so bad. I'm trying to remember what the hell else I got to put in
That alarm is still going off.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, I'm not going over there. I'm working. I mean, I would like to help them, but here's the deal. If their next door neighbor isn't hearing that and running to their rescue, then what am I going to do from a block or 2 blocks
to piss
away?
me off.
I could be a long ways off. So we did mussels that night in that fake seafood paella, right?
Yeah.
And they were really good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Really good.
And so we're using them again. This is just all about mussels tonight.
Why does that smell so good?
Because it's bacon, my man.
And onions.
Because it's bacon. So now let me throw the onions in. This is actually going pretty well.
Ooh, nice.
Tell you, this is what I like about a big knife, is this right here. Is that you can scoop up a whole bunch of stuff all at once.
That's a cool knife.
Yeah.
Is that anything particular?
No, it's just a big Asian knife that I bought for like $12 at a place here in San Diego called Chef City. It's a chef restaurant supply kind of store. Excuse me, do you want these little pieces of onion? Because I don't think you're going to like them.
No, he doesn't want that.
And when you come kiss me later, it's going to be gross. Let's talk mussels for a second. So here's my mussels all cleaned, right?
Mm-hmm.
And clean mussels mean that I've taken off the little thing down here called a beard and a bunch of the junk on the outside. And the beard looks like this. Look what I've done. We have a little learning session today.
Nice.
So these guys here, that's the beard. I don't know how to show that. So
I'll zoom in.
see that thing sticking up? It's
Yeah.
like a,
So you pull that out.
I will. It's like a, hold on, Steve. Let me just get a little knife. It's like hairs.
Oh, you got to keep it in one place. There you go.
Can I put it back down?
Yeah.
So the easiest way for me is I just take a little knife and go, boop, and
Not that
yank out as much as I can. Now it's gone, right?
Yeah.
So this was good. Here's another one that I left. And this guy, out it comes.
Boop. So that's the mussel beard.
That's the mussels beard. Weird, right? Now these guys, they say when you buy mussels, if they're open, you should give them a little whack. If they don't close up, they're dead. These three guys, as I was cleaning all these mussels, would not close up. So I'm not using these. They're already dead. When you cook the mussels, like these ones, if they don't open up, they're dead. So that's how you know. If you've got them before you cook and they're open and you tap them and they don't close, don't use them. Once you've cooked them, if they don't open, don't use them.
A little confusing, but...
No, I don't think it is. I think I just gave a nice explanation.
Oh, it smells too good.
Yep. All right. At this point, I'm going to throw a couple tomatoes in that if I had squishier, older ones, I'd be happy to use them, but I don't. Let me just check the fridge for a second, Steve. See if I got anything in here. Guys. This guy for sure. So watch what I'm going to do. Cut a little bit off of these.
Hey, Sam, if you can move the bowl. Booyah.
All right. I'll cut these guys. I'm going to bust them up a little bit when they get in the pot. I'm not going to use that one. This will be enough.
Those look really nice, those tomatoes.
Don't they look nice on there?
Yeah.
So have you talked about, so the last one was Spanish.
Yeah.
What style are we talking here?
This?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You know, like, so watch. Let me just start putting these in. I'm just going to take the tomatoes, give them a little squeeze, and then drop them in.
Interesting.
And then I'm just going to bust up these things once they start to soften in here. It's just a nice little extra flavor. Hold on. So because mussels grow so beautifully almost everywhere, when we were in New Zealand, do you remember?
Yeah.
We saw mussels growing.
Yep.
In the ocean in a really cool way. These big strings that hang down in like these giant mussel farms. So these are going to start to break up some more. Let's just give this a few seconds.
Can I cut to Facebook for a sec?
You can do anything you want.
Okay, well, I just want to say that I think you gave Shireen Bergen Asian fever because she just said, let's just take a moment to say that Lynn is looking extra cute tonight.
Oh, whoa, really, Max? But you have to throw the Asian fever thing out there? Lynn can't hear you.
Oh, man, none of them can hear me.
Shireen Bergen thinks you're looking extra cute tonight, Lynn.
Hey now. He's turning red.
By the way, speaking of Asian fever, Lynn is not feeling well tonight.
Oh, jeez.
So he actually has the Asian
not
fever?
Kidding. He's got something. You heard him earlier. He should have been wearing a mask.
Yeah.
But he's not.
I slept pretty much all day.
Okay, so you check this out, see what's happening? The tomatoes are now getting to the point where I can start to bust them up a little bit. It's just extra flavor. It's all good. We're doing really well here.
Oh, jeez. I have one more thing to say.
Yeah.
It is Blake
I could just eat a
Puente's
bowl of that.
birthday.
It's Blake Puente's birthday
I
today?
think so.
How
Is
old
it
is
really, Blake?
How old is Blake?
Blake, happy birthday, dude, if
Well,
it
let's
is.
guess how old Blake is.
I'm guessing 26 or 7.
16 and a half. Wait, it's his birthday. 17.
17. Do you hear Lynn? Lynn is coughing over there.
Jeez.
God, Lynn, where's the mask?
Is he going to get us all sick?
Yeah. We're all getting the Asian bird flu. Is that still out there, by the way?
Why does it have to be Asian?
Because he's
Just be
starting
bird
it.
flu.
I feel like I'm forgetting something in one of my own
It was
recipes.
Blake's birthday yesterday.
Okay, I'm going to squeeze some garlic in here now, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh man, it looks amazing.
A little oil there. Just let it sit in that for a second. I know somebody that does a live cast thing. Well, we call it a live cast. They do a live whatever cast, podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And they have
Oh.
commercials in it.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Every so often I feel like I could use a minute right now to not do anything. Go look up my recipe.
That's cheating.
I think it's cheating a little bit, right?
How weird would that be for us to just be right now? All right, we'll be back in a minute. See ya.
Wow, the smell from this is amazing. So here's what I want to do now. Now I want to get this super hot. Crank the heat on that. And here's what I'm going to put in. A bottle of Newcastle Brown Ale.
Oh, wow.
Because,
a whole bottle?
Yeah, whole bottle. Because the Newcastle it's got lots of body, lots of flavor, but it also has a little bit of sweetness to it that really does some fantastic things. You know, I did those appetizer things at Donovan's that night, and I was thinking about doing the mussels for this. I thought it would have been good.
At where?
Donovan's Steak and Chop House.
Oh, you mean the best steakhouse in San Diego and
Steakhouse in
Phoenix.
San Diego.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Downtown San Diego, La Jolla, San Diego, downtown San Diego for Donovan's Prime Seafood, which is fantastic. Watch the beer go in. I think this could be a fun thing on their menu down there, and I don't know if they have it. They do have the Captain Crunch Seared Tuna, a la Sam the Cooking Guy, but they don't have this. All right, so as soon as this bubbles, and I mean bubbles as in Cook's bubbles, as opposed to foam bubbles from the beer going in, it's just starting. In about 1 minute, I'm going to toss these mussels in, and we're going to be almost there.
And so that cooks it, yes?
Yeah. Mussels take very little time. They'll take 5 minutes in this. Once this thing gets hot enough, it'll take not much more really than 5 minutes. And once they open up fully, they're done.
Question.
Yes?
Can you eat mussels raw?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like right out of the
Like
sea?
you can eat clams raw and oysters raw. All
Cool.
good.
Cool.
Right out of the sea. All right, so watch it. Screw it. I'm just going to dump them in now. So here they go. Oh, it's going to be really good. A little toss. And then,
Wow.
and then that's it. Turn down a little bit. We got like about 5 minutes. Let's sit down. Steve can rest your arms.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'll come over here and awkward.
Sorry. Lynn's just got to
okay.
adjust camera one.
Oh, he does. Oh,
There
okay.
you go.
Oh, I was waiting for him to take
We
the
talked about the pee and the poo.
Hey, your mic.
My mic.
Don't twist it around too much. No, be careful. Spin it the other way.
What do you mean?
Sorry, you're gonna the cord. You're gonna
Well, why
rip
was
it out
that?
of its
Oh,
socket.
I didn't move it that way.
No, because I know somebody. It just
not
gets
needed.
spinned around when we move it, but it's not a big
You
deal.
mean it gets spun around?
Spun around. What did I say?
Spun? Spinned.
Spinned.
So I sent I got this clip here. Hold on, let me see if I can find this.
Which, by the way, Emma's new favorite word is pee-pee and poo-poo.
Oh God.
Really?
Well, maybe you need to get her those dolls. Let me ask you a question. Emma is just over 1 year old.
19
correct?
months.
19 months, year and a half, right?
Yeah.
All right. So as I was talking about the pee and the poo dolls, were you thinking, hey, I got to get those? Were you thinking that?
I was.
That's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. Well, I can see that. I mean, you're at the point. You think a piece of poo and a piece of pee as a pillow would be a good thing?
I don't know.
How do you relate that? This comes out of your behind, and now you're going to lay on it and snuggle it in
No,
bed.
it's kind of twisted.
It
I
doesn't
started
make
thinking
sense.
about
Kind of
it.
It
twisted.
makes no sense.
Okay, so
There is an audience for that.
so the Today, I'm a Today Show fan, right? And we don't need audio for this. Good Lord. But this is Alicia Silverstone. We all remember her? The
Yeah.
actress?
I don't really.
What was she in?
What's it? Blonde?
Not the Mean Girls.
No.
It wasn't. Oh, it was Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde, right?
That was her, right?
No, that's Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, that's Reese Witherspoon.
That's Reese Witherspoon?
She was in.
I was older than that.
Somebody quick.
Another-
IMDb,
the other
Alicia
movie like that.
Silverstone. It'll be important to know who
Lynn's
she is
checking.
first. We're checking.
Lynn's checking.
Okay, it'll be important
So
to
what
know
is
who she
she?
is.
She's a mommy now or something?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
But so this is.
It was Clueless.
It was Clueless. That's
what
it.
it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I recognize her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, that was like a big part of my childhood growing up, that movie.
Clueless? So you like her?
Yeah, sure.
That's cool. No, I like her too. All right, Lynn?
Yeah.
Or whoever. Take my computer because this is Alicia Silverstone pre-chewing food and then feeding it to her child.
Shut up.
No.
She takes a mouthful of food, and this is her posting it on the internet.
Why?
Takes a mouthful of food, chews on it, and gives it to the little child.
Is this what they're doing in Hollywood now?
I guess so.
Okay, that's it. That's enough.
Wow.
That, for me, I thought that was pretty bizarre. So they had Dr. Nancy Snyderman on, who's their medical doctor who comes on and talks about all kinds of things. And she goes, look, an adult's mouth is a dirty place to start with. Mm-hmm. So while you now are going to take something from your mouth and give it to a child, it doesn't make sense. You know, they discuss the fact that kids need to learn how to do this process themselves.
Right.
Take a little spoon or a little fork, put it in their mouth and chew down the little pieces, that kind of thing. She says there's absolutely no health benefit to it at all. But she also referred to it as a fad, which is really disturbing.
It really is?
I guess. I've never heard of it before.
That's very disturbing.
Am I the only one that thinks that's whack?
That's a little twisted.
I do, but now I kind of want to get a video, Steve, to go home and get a video of him doing it to Emma.
Steve, will you do
never.
that? Will you
Never.
pre-chew
Please,
food?
Steve.
First of all, Emma would never take food from my house.
They're not birds.
She's already
seriously,
independent
dude?
enough.
Well, wait, but the bird thing is regurgitation, right?
Right.
So that's...
That's a whole different concept.
But what is this?
The birds are too young.
What is this? This is craziness.
I guess I kind of called it when I said this is what they're doing in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you did. Hey, I'm speaking tomorrow at San Diego Women's Week.
Oh, nice.
I spoke last year.
Makes a lot of sense.
I did it. I'm there talking to women.
Oh. Not as a woman.
Tool.
Hey, don't forget about the food you have back there.
I don't. We had a website for them. I'm there tomorrow. I'm the lunchtime speaker. And of course I'm not on that page. Do I know who any of those 4 people are? No.
Why aren't you on the page?
Go down. I'm down someplace.
Are you serious?
Oh, you know, if you click that, click the video. Watch. Wait, hold on. You'll see me in a little ball. Oh, there I am.
So, but you're not big enough to make it.
There I am. Gosh, I'm going back over there. Anyway, I'm speaking there tomorrow at noon, I think.
That's
Maybe
funny.
you should talk to them.
And I said, I feel bad. I said, hey, just want to make sure there's the screen and the thing for pictures and with stuff that I want to show, that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
She goes, oh, actually, no, we don't have it in our budget, but they're going to love you anyways. I'm going, great. Great. Now it's totally on me. I don't have the benefit. Wow, come look. Oh, smell, Lord. Wait. Let me grab this. I like some parsley. And by the way, can I just clear one not clear one thing up, deal with one thing? I just pulled this out and I said, I love parsley. And in the back of my head, I can hear somebody going like this. I loves me my parsley. I loves me some parsley. That's not anything anybody should be saying ever again. We all work around people that go, I loves me my bacon. No, you don't loves you your bacon. You love bacon. Come look, Steve.
So random.
Well, what do we say? We talk about food mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Look at those things.
So now check this out, right? So now here's what you want to do. You give them a little stir so you get a little bit of everything in here. That is done. Done.
It smells so good.
We find a good bowl.
And that's all it takes, 5 minutes.
That was it. It was 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Pay a lot of money for that in a restaurant.
That's two. I know. Do you know how much all those were?
How much?
$8. $8. That's it.
That's crazy.
Hey, tell me this. I really wanted to cook some lobster the other night.
Yep.
And I was at Whole Foods, and just one lobster tail was, I think, $12.99. Is that good, bad?
It depends. No, Costco, when they have like that big traveling show of that kind of food, is great.
Yeah. Wait, did that answer my question? I don't think it did.
Oh, I know. It seems it's hard to know. That
expensive?
could be a little. You'll find them in the $8 range when they're on sale at places.
Okay. $8. That seems pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, so watch. But now just a little. A little parsley. Okay, a little parsley here, right? In. So when you eat these things, you're going to need a fork to get the mussel out. of the shell, like this. Look at this. Here's a perfect example. Check out. We've got the mussel. We've got a little of this bacon hanging in. Let me steal a little tomato right here. On top, look at this. Oh, and the smell is fantastic. If I can get all this here. God, come on, work with me, kids. Here we go. Clown, clown, idiot. Super delicious. And what you definitely want, you want some good bread to jam down into the side and get some of that sauce in. And they say, once you've used one shell, empty, you can use it to get your other ones. So you could do this. Which seems a bit silly to me, because I like the fork, because I want to get all the other junk that's in here. And look at it, and some of them just fall out. Oh, God. It's so good. It's so simple. You saw how I cleaned it. You get rid of the beard. Some places you buy them, they will have done a better job of cleaning them up. I had to work on these for 10 minutes to clean them all up to the way I wanted them, but it's delicious. And you know what? When it comes to eating mussels, you can almost eat like 1 million of them because there's no bad in them. There's just a little bit of protein. Oh boy. I'm a happy guy. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to figure out what happened to Kelly.
Yeah.
We're going to be back here tomorrow night. And next week, we're doing sous vide.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
We're breaking out the sous vide machine that I borrowed. We're going to do some stuff. I don't know if we're going to do it all week, but we're definitely going to do it.
Sweet.
iTunes, leave us comments, leave us ratings, tell your friends, go to YouTube,
Wait,
subscribe.
Lynn had something to say about watching the show on a device.
Oh, so tonight was kind of our inaugural test for the Ustream app, and we're sending out a separate stream. It's not the same one, so you can watch the Sam Livecast space mobile, and that will get you when you download your Ustream app, you can find it, and then that'll get you the show on your phone. I've been watching it on my phone the whole time. It's been good.
All right. Thanks for being here. Go buy mussels and make them. They're amazing. The recipe will be on the website with the clip tomorrow. See ya.